This week we're down here in Cabo, San Lucas, going to do some fishing with Slippery Lizzard Sportfishing. We're going to be with owner Jason Smith, but going after a monster striped marlin is Lonie Paxton, and then coming up after that, we're going to be doing some whitetail hunting. Now we're here this week in Cabo, San Lucas with Jason Smith of Slippery Lizzard Sportfishing.
Nice to see you.
How's it going, man?
Very good, very good. Can't complain down in Cabo.
Now, we're down here going to go out and do some offshore fishing with you. What do you specialize in? Now, of course, you got a lot of nice fishing here. What do you specialize in taking people out?
We're basically tournament based. We specialize in big marlin, but we also do quite a bit of the cooler fish as well, the tuna and the dorado, as you find down here in Cabo. But basically, we want to get as close to a tournament experience as you can, because Cabo San Lucas is famous for all the tournaments late summer. So we try to gear towards that, as that's where my main background has been. This is the marlin capital of the world because of the striped marlin. We got them year round, so different than other places in the world. So yeah, we do a fair share of live bait.
All right, now as far as your fleet of boats, what do you have to choose from?
We've got one center console for the smaller boat, and then we have everything between 32 and 43 feet that can accommodate between 2 and 8 to 10 anglers, you know, comfortably and get out on a day.
Now we're going to go out in the 43-footer, and I believe it's called the Real Slippery Lizzard.
It is the Real Slippery Lizzard.
Now, this is a unique name. What's into the name?
We've got a business partner that actually is the Slippery Lizzard. Good friend of ours from Arizona had a boat down here, and him and I got together as I was working at a different fleet, and we split off on our own, and yeah, that's his name. And we kept with it as a boat. We won a few tournaments with it,
yeah.
You know, and so we carried it on. Shameless plug on the free market when it comes to winning tournaments.
You also have your wife, your kids. You're based right here out of Cabo.
Yeah, we're here full time, and myself, my family, and then the families of my partners, along with the families of my fishermen, is what this thing's all about. Everybody can tell you about the economy. So during the economic times doing what they are, being able to do something that I love, and having 9 or 10 other guys being able to support their families, we've got a little community down there, and that's the most important thing to us.
Well, there's no better way than either getting out hunting like I mostly do, or fishing like Jason does. All right, now Jason, when I'm out chasing elk around the mountains, I can't just hope to pop into them. I gotta do some research and know where they're out at. How does that work in the sport fishing?
It's pretty much the same. There's a good bit of hunting that goes on into fishing as well. We utilize ROF reports and Terrafin reports to where they give us satellite imagery every day. We overlay that on our topographical charts. What you're basically looking for is water, seamounts underneath the water, mountain peaks that are buried underneath the water, and what those will do is they'll slow down the current. As the current moves over the sheer cliff face, slows it down and creates an eddy on top of the water. Now that eddy will hold plankton, and the bait fish eat the plankton and the big fish eat the little fish type of deal. So our real job is to find the bluest water. As we refer to it, the blue water is where the best, the highest temperature is, and that's where plankton thrive. So what we look out for is chlorophyll levels. If there's too much chlorophyll, it kills the plankton. So the satellite report will tell me the water temp, which is the best place to look. I lay that over the seamounts that I know that the water is going to be the slowest, and then I check my chlorophyll reports, and as long as the water's not going to be green, that's where we head during the day.
Wow, so a gringo like myself who would just jump out on a boat and start fishing. That ain't going to work when you're trying to catch those big marlin.
No, Cabo San Lucas is about the best damn fishing on earth.
Yep.
So you can luck into it. But if you put the science behind it and have your guys looking for the water signs at the same time, because these guys out there, they're going to be looking for birds diving. But if I point them in the general direction, we got a much higher success rate.
Well, when you do this for a living and you're always constantly taking out people from across the world basically coming to fish, you have to be able to get them on fish. And there's a science behind it. Now, he just explained it. Being a big game hunter, I get it. But hearing you say it makes it all just make sense.
There you go.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
We're out here on the real Slippery Lizard boat right now out of Cabo. Lonnie just caught a 200-pound marlin.
Yeah, baby.
That was cool.
That was a macker.
Man, it wasn't as long as I thought, but it took 30 minutes.
The worst part about it is it always comes to the boat and then spits all the line back out.
Yeah, you'd have that sucker right there, then wham, he'd go again. That was cool.
You know, I wanted to mount him, but it was his lucky day.
Yeah. Caught him, got him in, released him. We're going to keep going, but that was pretty dang cool, man.
Thanks for the experience, Keith.
Yep.